Why did the old man have to be a bad guy at the end of the show? I was so pissed off at that ending that I actually had to start a YouTube channel just to talk about it because leaving comments here and there, it was just doing it for me. So you can tell from here, this is my first video, so audio is probably crappy, the video is probably crappy, so just ignore it. It's just me letting things out. I'm just venting right now. I just finished watching the show, binge watched it, and one of the best shows I've ever seen. Like flawless throughout, except the ending. I'm not sure why at the end they felt they had to bring the old guy back and make him the bad guy. I don't know, they're trying to do like a twist ending like M. Night Shyamalan or something, but it didn't do it for me because all throughout the show, every single episode you watch, there's a few things you keep an eye out for. One of the big ones is you're always looking out for the old guy because you want to see, okay, is he gonna stay alive? Is he gonna stay in the game? Is he gonna die from the game? Is anyone gonna pick him throughout? So throughout the whole thing, that's what you're watching for. So every episode you have sympathy for him, and you cheer for him because he helps out with the game. And you should play the game like this, you should play like that. So you're like, yeah, that's a lesson for everyone. Like, don't mistreat old people. So there's a lot of lessons every single episode, and he helps out with the game. You're cheering for him, you sympathize with him, and then at the end they just ruin the whole thing. They make him a bad guy. Like, for what reason? Like, it would have been better just to left it like a mystery. Like, no one knows who's doing these games, and there's gonna be a season 2. The end. But I'm not sure. So at least for me, that kind of ruined his character, because now if you were gonna go watch it for the second time, he's not gonna die in any of the games. So there's really no sympathy for him. Like when he's talking about, oh, it reminds me of my childhood, blah blah blah. You'll be like, yeah, whatever, man. You're the bad guy. We don't care anymore. So just to have that like impactful, in their mind, amazing ending, amazing twist at the end, I feel they ruined his character for every single episode getting there. So that's just my opinion. I know, like, whatever. Probably in the minority here, but so that was one problem that I had, the twist ending at the end. I felt it was very unnecessary. Second problem I had was the ending just took too long. It just dragged on, and like, he's gonna spend the money, he's not gonna spend the money. Then at the end, he's getting on the plane. Then he turns around. I think the best ending would have been that he's getting on the subway at the end, and then he sees the same guy playing the slapping game with some other guy, and then they make eye contact, and that's it, the end. So that's enough of a signal. Okay, this season 2 is coming. That's all you need to know. You don't need him and like wrestling in his mind, like, what should I do? I felt there was no need for that. Like, they make eye contact, he knows, oh, the game's still going on, cops didn't get to them, blah blah blah, the end. Anyways, that's just me venting here because I was so pissed off. I was in love with the show, and I still am. I love all the games and everything. All the visuals are amazing, but those are the problems I had. So I actually had to create a YouTube channel just to talk about it. My girlfriend's like, okay, just leave it alone. Get on with your life. But I was like, no, I gotta let it out. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, cheers.